All right, hello and welcome. Hopefully the incredibly bright shop light is not killing everything, though it kind of looks like it is. It's drowning out everything here. Well, as you can see, I've got printer ready. I've already got a camera turned so that while I'm over there, we can kind of get everything going. That's all right, Llama. I kind of passed it off the last like 2 weeks because of all the craziness going on, and even tonight it's a pretty big storm that I can see through the window. So hopefully it doesn't like kill the power or anything. Yeah, I know. Well, I was cleaning the top shelf of the workbench, and light number 2 decided to hit the workbench and shatter everywhere. So kind of down a light right at the moment. To watch dual streaming at once. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't mind if y'all want to dual stream, put me in the background. I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, I know. Here, let me move it to the right side. So I moved the extra lack table that I had and put it down so it's the normal, just 22-inch off the ground. But yeah, that's the Delta, the K280, and it's not even. Here, I mean, it's going like to the angle top of it. It's just below the bottom edge of the work table. But yeah, which bed? For what? I'm sorry. By the way, welcome, Brandon. I don't recognize name in the channel before, but not a problem. Have fun. Which bed? For which machine? We've got a couple machines. Oh, on the order. So the one that I've been printing on, the one over here, has got the magnetic bed with the color on it. I've got one of the second ones with, I don't know if it's a thinner one, but it doesn't have color on it, so I'm not exactly sure which generation came before or the other. And then the one on its side that I'm finishing up to repair now is got the standard factory sticker, no magnetic bed. So I've kind of got the other one, right? No, excuse me. So the one on its side is the other magnetic bed. The one down below, down here, is the one with the factory bed, with just the almost like smooth Build-Tack sticker. But that one had a lot more issues with wiring, some snap wires, so I'm gonna have to kind of redo all that. The bed's actually sitting right there, right behind my alcohol spray. But yeah, I guess since we're kind of all getting to it, let's go ahead and switch over. There we go. Oh, I got dirt on the lens. All right, well, let me clean the lens real quick while it's doing that, and then yeah, I got a nice smudge point there. Ooh, no, that's a mark on the lens. Oh, that sucks. Let's see if that came out any better. Doesn't like to do the autofocus anymore because I kind of have disabled it, so we'll kind of work with that. Unless, well, this one's not even turned on at all. I'm gonna say I'll do the big K280, same as my high-powered one, but at least for what we're doing, we'll get that going. So basically, the hot end fan is the main issue on this one. Where is my multimeter? All right, hold on. Let me run upstairs and grab the multimeter. Okay. Kind of makes it hard to check. Was my file? Yes, Rover, it was. And I've added some new people in the list, so we'll go to that in here in a little bit. But yeah, it's a little hard to check voltage for a fan if you don't have your voltmeter with you. So that's up. So yeah, we'll take, hold on a second. Awesome. All right, new email. All right. Thanks. The magnetic bed so far has been kind of hit and miss. One magnetic bed is really good at holding in the center, but when you get all the way to the very front or back edge, it kind of lifts a bit. And then the other one, you only get the center, and the outer ring is absolutely horrible. It will not hold kind of no matter what I'm doing. Part of that right now I think is heat transfer at this point, because the auto probe is like, it's trying to compensate and it's changing my height. And when I don't do that, I can get it to hold really well for a while, and then I think it's because of the heating pulse that it's not quite where it needs to be steady, and it's causing some fluctuations. It's making it lose on the outer edges a lot more than the center, because it's kind of radiating from the center and going out. I wish I kind of had a little bit more of a heat scope to be able to narrow it down a bit more, but that's kind of the general consensus I'm at right at the moment. But I mean, I get, if it's a small print, it works just fine. It's the larger prints that I'm having a little bit of difficulty with right at the moment. But since Rover brought it up, we'll flip this over real quick. So these are the updates for the under 1,000 channels. You see, I added a couple more on here. And oh, looks like Brian Vines gets to move over to the other page. So there is now another opening. 2, 3, 4. So we will have 4 open slots to jump in some more people. I'll let that stay up for just a minute, and then we'll go ahead and switch. Alright, and this is the 1,000 plus, and like I said, Brian will be going over here. Give everybody some FaceTime here and some of this stuff. Nice. Welcome back, Rover. Yeah, and these tiles are live count tiles, so when they flip, if someone subs live while this is like showing on the screen, it actually does change the count. Just like mine, I can never get this direction right. Mine right here, whenever somebody subs, you'll see that flip up like right when it does it. Hey, Sean. So we're just getting ready to put some replacement parts. Here, we'll go back over to the camera feed. All right. So we have a super bright light. It's a little hard to see. I got a spare board here. So oh, this is the newer version. That's right. Got to upgrade one of the boards on the other machine that's down below. Okay. Fan 2, fan 3. Alright, so those are still the same. So it's all these top two. Remember which one it is right off. I always forget which one the part fan is under. Okay. Alright. So that's getting voltage there. Breakout board. That one. Voltage is going through. I can't remember where it stopped. Alright, so we got a new fan. Came in, it's got that extra long wire. Basically get it threaded all the way through everything. Sorry if the audio is not quite picking me up. So basically we just need to thread this long wire that came from the factory back from the hot end all the way through the double cable chain back to the board connector, and we should be able to get back to finish testing the print bed and make sure, see if it's still got the issues with the magnetic bed. I do have updated firmware for it. I just haven't loaded it yet because I wanted to make sure I got the fan in first, because no point if you're not gonna have if you're trying to test out that kind of stuff. Kind of hard to move forward without it. Alright, turn that on. Do that way. So other than my barrel of fun, how's everybody else doing? So I hope I can see the chat. There we go. Yeah, that's a problem that I've noticed with Facebook. It's not updating correctly from YouTube, and I don't know what YouTube API is doing for it, why it's not updating correctly. I've reached out to both, and both services tell me it's the other that's got the problem. And then on top of it, the I'm using a new add-in, Mob Crush, here to Streamlabs. It does the dual platform streaming, so it's technically supposed to be streaming here on YouTube, Facebook, and supposedly on my Twitch page, which I don't even know if it is truly doing that or not. If y'all want to head over to Twitch and even check it out, let me know. That's fine. It had an option. I don't know if it's actually doing it or not, but you know, hey. Yeah, I'm beta testing. Need to get hooked up with the comment farm. Sean, go ahead and I guess shoot me a message. That way I understand what you mean, because I don't really, I'm not up on the comment farm. I don't guess I'm not following. Yeah, I know. I need to get. I need to design a new Techie Dad beta tester. That way, I still got my name out there, but yeah. I mean, I'm a roller coaster tester, so you know, hey. Not officially. It just this is my mother-in-law's company. Probably wear her shirt for support. Okay. Oh, forgot this one's got these fun connectors. Just moved a whole bunch of stuff in my office, of course, so now I can't find anything. one has just got so many issues. I'll just snip the wire later and pull it out. And I'll just get this thing connected. Make sure it's all working. Fire off the test print. And then get started on the other one. Alright. Alright. Inside's done. Don't touch the front part. Sink that through now. Right. I'm probably making somebody cringe. Let's make sure before we pull pins which one. Middle set, I'm not right. First set. Okay. I think I double checked. That could have been that right there too. I don't know if y'all saw that, but that metal cap just came right off the wire there. Alright, so I'll redo the cable wrapping. After it's good. We should see. Ta-da! Alright. Okay, let's catch up on chat. Hey, Carl. Uncle Ron, welcome. Well, there's a couple Carls in there. CNX and NAC. Hey, thank you, Uncle Ron. Appreciate that. There we go. Streamlabs does actually like try to help out. That's pretty cool. All right, so just in case you were curious of what I was doing, so I put the paint line on the fans. I've also got an orange one. Sometimes I do that too, but so that like this during a camera feed or when I'm doing octoprint, as soon as you go from seeing the white line to it going kind of white-ish, or sometimes you can see the spinning motion, then you know your printer is actually turning the fan. Even though that'll be inside and a lot harder to see, better. And I do it on all my fans so that I can see when I'm doing a remote view. I can see when the fan stops moving, or in the case like this K280, whenever that fan starts going real slow and you can almost hear it, I can see the color change and know that the fan's not spinning like it's supposed to. So all right. Do the fun cable management now. Let's leave that there for now. Keep the main part going. Well, I guess I should ask, anybody else out there with an Ortur 4, for one, and two, and I know I put it out to the group, but if you do have an Ortur 4, has anybody printed and used the new cover? Well, I don't know necessarily if it's new, but the cover that goes over the connection so that the plug sets are protected behind a shield. Carl, on both of my Deltas, the 2.0, I have initial print speed acceleration issue, but then after it's reached the bed and starts printing, I haven't had any noticeable issues that I'm aware of. It's just that initial one is a little bit fast and you can hear it like struggling. No, Uncle Ron, sorry. Usually I'm sitting right there in the chair. Just I've got to get another webcam set up for the workbench to go top down so people can actually see. And I've got where is my first layer is going to be on in 30 minutes. Let's see, max main, add video. No. See if this one's even going to work. I guess this other round camera that I have, I can't use that one, so I'm gonna have to find another webcam that I can do like top-down streaming from over the workbench. But yeah, normally I'm dead on with the camera. So sorry about the butt stream. Hey, Bubba. What you doing? That'd be good. All three. This quarter of them going right. Go. That is done. Now for the fun task of putting all these. But thankfully, this one is a lot easier. get that to move up, and then we'll get that final bit of wiring done. Put it in its thing, and then do a test print. All right. Rotary crazy. Okay. Sorry about it being out of focus. I don't remember the command right offhand to reset that back to auto because I told it to do set focus. It's controlled through the Pi. So if anybody remembers, by all means shoot it over and I'll run it, but otherwise, I mean, that's all. Go. Show you all. It's the only thing I hate about the way they design this to get the like whole hot-ended contraption off. It's going to slide the belts off of the retainers. By no means the greatest design. I do think this should have been improved on, but at the same time, once you have it built, it doesn't really come off even under high speeds. That's one thing I do like about it. Have to loosen this. Trying to avoid that. Okay. I was hoping to not have to. know it's next to impossible to see probably what I just did, but just loosen the belt tensioner. Slid the belt on, and then I'll just tighten it back up. Let's go back together. Home stretch. This screw not only does the vertical for the cable chain to connect to, but it also helps reattach this housing to the linear rail slider that it has on. Alright, that is done. There's an extra screw from earlier. I don't remember what that one went to. Let's just buy it. Alright. Still running. All right. Oh. All right, let's catch up on travel quick. Okay, guess I got caught up on everything. All right, cool. So that is working. Now, where did I put? Oh. Let's get off first. The other one. I hate it when I move stuff around here to thinking that I'm cleaning up. Seems like I make more of the mess. I don't know where it's at. We'll just use this one here. Trim. All right. Let's get something sliced. Oy. All right. Well, a lot of it, yeah, I'm sorry about the whole mic issue. Well, a lot of this is mainly because it's a new setup, so I'm still trying to get used to the stuff in the back. And once I get that kind of figured out, because I got another bench that I want to build to replace the table that the E10 is on, that is just in screen there, so that it'll be the same height. It's just not going to be as deep or as long, but it's same tall. And then I can move some other stuff around. I just started cleaning up, but now I've got most of everything else kind of figured out. It'll be a lot easier to organize, hopefully. All right, so let's let me go to the desktop. There we go. 3D printer. Calibrations. Calibration cube. Let's just do a 25mm cube. Something simple. Make sure it actually showed up. K280's off. There we go. And that's for the test print. Let's use yellow. Need to make some more filament dispensing spool holders, or come up with a better system. Son of a... That's it. See how that initial feed does, and then from there we'll try some motherboard tweaks. And wow, I've only burned up an hour. That's crazy. Okay, well. So yeah, once we get this basic one printing, just to make sure everything else is operational at least, I can do a firmware upgrade and do those tweaks later. And then my plan was to do this one and then start working on the bottom one to do its full rebuild, since I got the inductive probe, which was the big problem on that one. The wiring loom is horrendous. But that one actually is getting the replacement board because the original board in it had a the IC chip that controls for USB locked up during a flash, and then from that point forward it won't even finish booting because it interrupted the flash. The chip just like died in mid transfer. And I've tried hooking up a programmer to it, and it powers on, but then that's it. Like, I can't get it to be recognized by anything. But if I go ahead and just replace the board and get it operational, then I can try to mess with that old board again and put my USB ASAP on it and see if I can get it to respond. It's kind of out of focusing. Let's see if the turning off the work lamp helps. Okay, you can still see, but it's not so drowning out everything. All right. So yeah, I gotta get my studio lights and an overhead like work desk lamp thing going. So here recently, as we're going back to shop talk while that thing is still trying to home, I picked up a local guy had a Pi 3B Plus for sale, and he was including a Pi Zero that he said does not work because it's also missing the USB power port, like that the plug itself like snapped off. Okay, so that is not home like anywhere decent. forgot that the probe on this one. That's why I got a spare probe. I forgot about that. All right, well, crap. Nope, nope. Wire just came loose. All my fidgeting down there. Okay, that's good. All right, let's try that. That's a lot better. Nope. Okay, yep. So it is the bed probe was bad on this one, and I need to replace that one too. All right. Yeah, I know, right? Have fun replacing that. All right, well, we're talking about all these subscriptions. Oh, sorry, did I miss something there, Rover? You should be able to do a mail to link and description of videos. It should carry over, just like any other regular hyperlink that you can do to other websites. It should still see that mail to and move forward with it. Yeah, since we were talking about subscriptions, go ahead and do those. Pull these back up. All right, well, let's find Brian Bynes. I'm going to update his page. Paste a duplicate. Oh, wow. That did not do what I wanted it to do. Okay. Brian Vines would fit there. Kind of do this somewhat alphabetical. Yeah, I don't think everybody lined up. There we go. All right. Go back here.